Hey guys, that's your coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Glad to have you here chatting a little RSL with yours truly. Another day, another champion that I slept on for way too long, and I love this dude. Hopefully you guys will too by the time we're done with this video. First off, send us some positive vibes and love your way of as always, especially if you need it out there. Man, I'm in a pretty good mood. Me and the boy are almost done with Tears of the Kingdom. It's the first video game, like the long form video game that we actually played together from start to almost finish. We're at the Ganondorf battle, and man, I'm kind of an old school gamer. I don't really get into the new games too much. I was a little intimidated by the length and the size of the game, but I have to say it's been an amazing journey, mostly because of the company. Like playing a game with a friend or a loved one, or in my case, my son, is really awesome. Furthermore, I'm in a good mood because I have a new YouTube channel. Is Ash, Watcher of Realms. I really dig Watcher of Realms. I have a beginner's guide for those of you who are interested as well that I released a few days ago, and I will try to remember to include the link in the description. Otherwise, it's pretty easy to find. Ash, Watcher of Realms. Speaking of YouTube channels, I have another YouTube channel where I do champion guides, and I did a guide on Myciliac Priest Ornn a couple weeks ago, but I actually built this champion for that specific guide, right? I had not used him previously. I remember somebody either in my comments, I'll blame you guys, I don't want to take the blame myself. Who would ever do that? Who would ever do that in today's society?
I'll do it.
But somebody was like, yeah, if you have Dark Kale, ignore this champion, pass. And whoever said that, I was like, well, I got Dark Kale and a bunch of legendaries, so pass.
So nobody wants me?
And then I revisited him based on your requests, and man, there is a lot more to meet the eye on this champion, so I am so happy I invested in him. And I have to say, guys, have any of you noticed that the Sylvan Watchers, I mean, there's some really good epics like Elva, and I'm a big fan of Galkabar, and well, I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, Emic as well. But man, the epics are like in a class of their own, I feel like. I mean, a lot of Sylvan Watcher epics could probably be legendaries in other factions, I almost feel like. I'm a big fan of Ruella, Ornn, obviously, Dathi I like Ayala because of her grant extra turn ability. I like Naya. I even like, oh, Croydon. I think he's amazing, right? Anyway, Ornn, though. Ornn, HP-based champion. On his A1. So by the way, Myciliac, for those of you who are idiots like me, I figured it had something to do with mushrooms or fungi, but I didn't know exactly what it meant. So don't say I never taught you anything, boys and girls. Sit back because class is in session. Mycelium, in British English, a noun, plural is ia, so mycelia. I don't know myceliac, whatever. It's a vegetative body of fungi. A mass of branching filaments that spread throughout the nutrient substratum. Well, there you go. Obviously. Back to the champion here on his A1 Spore Stick. Attacks one enemy 2 times. We have a 25% chance of placing a 5% poison, big version for 2 turns, 30% if we bump it up with Sniper Mastery. Erupting Growths. Quite a name. A 2-time hitter on the A2. Each hit 100% chance of instantly activating 1 poison on the target. So now we have poison instant activation, placing poisons in the A1, instantly activating them on a 3-turn cooldown on the A2. Okay. On the A3, the colony expands. On a 3-turn cooldown, again, we have a 75% chance, 80 with Sniper, of placing 2 poisons, big version, and a poison sensitivity, big version, for 2 turns. Heals his champion by 1% of their max HP for each poison debuff placed by this skill. So a nice little heal built in there as well. Already got me thinking about solo content, right, with this champion. Mycelium, which we just kind of talked about. Mycelium, passive with no cooldown. Whenever a poison debuff is activated on an enemy, increases this champion's HP and defense by 5%, stacks up to 25%. So all we need is 5 poisons to go off per round, and we get a bonus 25% HP and defense. That is a big stat increase. So you add that to the heals, the instant activation. It's like, dude, this guy can solo better than almost any champion out there, you know, maybe excluding like a Tomb Lord, maybe, just because he's bringing so much to the table. He's bringing a lot of damage with the poisons and the instant activation, right? So he can be way faster than a champion like UDK, who I know a lot of players use to solo, you know, high-level dungeons. So that was the first thought I had on this champion after I built him, but for everybody else, I don't want to just say he's only a solo champion, right? He's going to be a great damage dealer against the red boss, against everybody else, and he's super easy to keep alive for Faction Wars progression. Furthermore, for players just starting out, and there are players just starting out on this game. It's not that old. It's old, but it's not that old. They could use this dude for clan boss, man. A great clan boss champion. Again, he's easy to keep alive, HP base, he's got a boatload of HP. But, man, I want to make this video because if I pull this champion on a mid-game account, actually on a lot of accounts, I would use him as a solo dungeon carry in Faction Wars, for scroll farming in Minotaur's Labyrinth, in Dragon, and I would farm up a bunch of food at the same time, or just champions I wanted to level up, because this dude can be a hard carry in a respectable amount of time in Ice Golem and Dragon, and again in Minnow. So let me show you the build real quick here. I put him in like decent, good gear, but not like my best gear. I kept away all the fully ascended gear and stuff like that. What we want to do with this champion is, first of all, we got to ask, what do we want him to run? What type of dungeons, right? If we want to run him in Ice Golem, we do need to build that resistance to be around 300. So we have 304 on the resist. We have 352 on the accuracy. We have over 200 on the speed is what I was aiming for. Obviously, the higher the better, right? And then just as much HP as we can get on there. Now, I couldn't get enough resistance and accuracy without going resistance on the chest and accuracy on the banner. So that's where I went, right? So we only have HP percentage on the gauntlets, but I'll tell you what, with 65k HP, more than enough to clear any of this content with ease. So I did put HP percentage on the gauntlets, resist as I mentioned, speed on the boots, accuracy as I mentioned on the banner, and then we just have HP and HP on the ring and the amulet, okay? That's basically it. We need accuracy, we need resistance, and we need some speed on this champion with as much HP as we can muster. I don't have him awakened, but if I did, I guess I would probably just go with cruelty on this champion, right? I mean, you could get a little extra damage if you want to with Phantom Touch as well, so there's that. Furthermore, I guess depending on where you're using him, you could consider going with, you know, for example, against like Ice Golem, you could go with Dark Resolve, chance at blocking freezes, provokes, and true fears, or you could go Indomitable Spirit, chance at blocking stuns, sleeps, and fears. So those are a few options for you guys to consider out there, but of course he runs with nothing. The masteries are very important on this champion for a solo build. We went defense, we went support, namely a few important ones. We have Bloodthirst, heals this champ by 10% of their max HP when they kill an enemy. Very useful because he'll be killing everybody in a solo run, obviously.
If you boys knew what's about to happen to you, you'd leave now. So I'll give you to the count of 3. 1.
We have, let's see, Retribution, more poisons on the A1, delayed death against bosses, very helpful. I didn't go with Sniper, but I probably should have. So I regret that decision. You know, Spirit Haste is helpful because when all the food champions die, he's going to get that nice 24 speed boost, which is really good, right? But Sniper is really good on this champion too. So, you know, go with what you feel is right for you, but I think you could work either way. None of them are absolutely paramount. Oppressor, though, it's very important. Increases champion's turn meter fill rate by 2.5% for each debuff cast by this champion. So we can get a 10% turn meter fill rate bonus for all those debuffs, which are gonna, you know, get to the max very, very easily. So sign me up. The last one that I'll point out is Arcane Celerity. 30% chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when a debuff cast by this champion is removed or expires. Very important on this champion because he has so many poisons, so many debuffs, and they're going to be removed and expiring all over the place. Ergo, a lot of turn meter boosts. So there you go. I went with the accuracy masteries on top of that. Master Hexer to extend the duration of some of these poisons, poison sensitivity. Let's go ahead and just give him a run, guys. Let's give him a run. He's the perfect dragon 25 solo champion, right? He's Spirit Affinity, obviously. I just threw in these champions. They're all like just food champions. They're not food, but let's pretend I'm trying to level up these 3 legendaries and a Drake. That's all I had of the in the account right now. It's been a while since we've opened any shards on this account. Okay, so here he goes. Just landing his poisons, his poison sensitivity. We're gonna have the whole team die, and he can benefit from that extra speed, right? And don't worry, I'm not going to show you every single wave of every single dungeon, but we will in this dragon. Now keep in mind, these mobs are level 350. I mean, I love Darkale, don't get me wrong. And, you know, you might argue in a vacuum he's better than Myciliac Priest Ornn. You know, whoever said that, aka me, I'm blaming somebody else. But whoever said that was wrong. There's a lot of utility you can get out of this champion that you can't get from Darkale, and vice versa for Darkale, right? What a fun champ, man. What a boss. Something about the aesthetic, too. I just really dig about this dude, you know? Brings me back to the 60s, man. Very psychedelic, dude. Definitely a deadhead, this dude. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And you know, it's gonna be a 3-minute run on a level 25 dungeon, all by his lonesome. That's not bad at all, man. That's not bad at all. I would say he is my favorite. I mean, what is this? 2 minutes and 58 seconds. No big, I don't need to show you the stats, but I will anyway. Look at that, guys. 7 million damage and 1 million in heals. Unbelievable. All right, avenging, no. Get out of here. All right, let's take off, let's strip him down a little bit. Let's see what this fun guy has under the
Where your clothes at?
Amulet and ring here. Okay, ring, you're out, remove. And of course I can't remove the amulet, of course. Right, oh, can I? Do I have one spot? I do, 1300 out of 1300, oh yay. All right, so his stats go way down. I think he was around 50k now HP. So obviously Minnow, gonna be nice and easy. The beautiful thing is you can, you know what? I should probably put him with some other champions that I'm hypothetically farming the, I can just go right recently. Use dash! I'm hypothetically farming all their masteries, so let's go ahead and do it. Of course, if you have a food champion with an aura, go ahead and use it. He doesn't have one, but I'm just showing you that it can be done without. But man, oh man, this dude's the real deal, huh? Why didn't you guys tell me about him? Huh? I've commented in every video, man. All right, I'll show you the end of the minnows. All right, guys, here we go. I mean, this is easy, right? This is child's play. What is more interesting is my clan chat. Exhausting, doing it for 2 hours, so budget friendly. Lanicus, huge. Oh, they're talking about Corpulent Cadaver. Probably going to be a damage cap nerf for Cadaver. Like can't do more than X amount of damage from A1 per hit. Been waiting for months, says Agalins. Starting to think Plarium's not going to do it. I actually think, Agalins, if I can talk to you here on the video, I actually think they did come out and say in the last raid digest that they are looking into it and will be making some changes to the Infinity Shield, Corpulent Cadaver, Brogni Hydra clan boss team. Anyway, you can see this is, I mean, like I said, this is a breeze. It's frankly kind of boring to watch, so let's go ahead and move over to Ice Golem. Obviously, he's got it on lockdown. So there it goes, not too bad, a 2-minute run there. The Noct that we don't need is going to be soaking up those scrolls. Sounds good. Now, Ice Golem's P, guys, I'm going to take him on. Now, this is important. We do want to face, ideally, a Magic Affinity stage, or excuse me, a Force Affinity stage, so we have a strong matchup. So we're going to go for stage 23. The drop rates are very comparable, and the energy, arguably, is even better deal in terms of energy efficiency to farm stage 23, but this is exactly what I would do. And the beautiful thing is, just for new players out there who are still watching the video, like 15 minutes in, I apologize for being so rambly today, but for new players out there, like, this is what you should be working towards, right? This is the ultimate efficiency. And that is, we get to the point where 1 or 2 champions can do a reasonably timed 100% success rate dungeon run. And I'll finish my thought when we get to the Ice Golem. All right, guys, here we go. So far, so good, right? Well, I guess you weren't here, but to finish my thought, yeah, we want to get to the point where one champion can farm consistently a specific dungeon. That way, again, we can be super efficient with our energy when it comes to leveling up food to level up other champions, or simply leveling up other champions is a way to go as well. So getting to this point, it might seem like, what's the big deal, Ash? It is, I can already beat, you know, stage 23 of Ice Golem. Yeah, but can you beat it with one champion? That way you can farm like overnight with auto battles or something, and you can level up food at the same time. Now, obviously, the food is not going to level up as fast, or other champions, as going through campaign, but it's going to be so much better on your energy, right? So that's why this is a big deal. And you can see, even without the ring and the amulet, I mean, it was never close. It was never in contention. So just make sure you pick up that Oppressor. That does have a very, very big impact. Arcane Celerity as well. So if it's not working for you, I would say that Masteries are very important. So are books on this champion, right? So Masteries and books, Oppressor and Arcane Celerity. And oh, the heal reduction. He didn't get a resist there, but it's okay. He's able to still survive. So seeing that, what I would do is, because I don't want to lose battles, right? I want to win all the time, because when I have it on auto battle overnight, I want to make sure that I'm not losing, thus wasting more energy, right? That's the whole name of the game here. So what I would do is overnight, I would actually, seeing that, him getting that heal reduction, I would actually bump up that resist another like 20 or 30 points just to be safe. So guys, there it is, Myciliac Priest Ornn. I love this champ. Hopefully you guys do too. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.